Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name is Nathan. I'm here with Rob.
Hello.
Rob, today I am showing you about the new God of War. 5 new animations from that game, which are just really Kratos.
I can't wait for this.
Do you know the kind of thing I mean from the old games?
What, like awful, gratuitous finishing moves, that kind of thing?
Basically, yeah, but I wanted to pick out ones that wouldn't really spoil stuff, but would just show kind of how they've got the character of him in the game. My first one is Grappling.
Right.
Okay, and there's various versions. When you stun people in the new combat, they're then available to grapple. This one really reminded me of there's an old move a bit like that, where you kind of grab people and stamp their heads onto the ground.
I remember, in particular, the Harpy, how he did them.
Yeah.
He'd, grab their wings, put his foot on their head, and then just rip their wings off.
And my kind of favourite one, though, is that, again, it's like an old school one, just tearing people in half. It was always my favourite.
Something really satisfying about how stringy he was inside.
Yeah, I know, yeah, fire string. I think in one of the old games, my favourite ones was where he picked people up with 2 hands and simply tore them in 2.
I love it.
And so, yeah, that's... I just keep going with this. But it means basically what you need to do to some people is go unarmed, and then you can grapple them and tear them to pieces. This guy's also been stunned. See, I did this a lot.
I'm going to be doing it lots too.
My second favourite is just opening chests. Tons of different ways you can open chests. The wooden ones...
Did he nut that?
oh, man, I wish he nutted them. But all he does is just walk up to them.
It looks like he's headbutting them a bit.
And they are the least valuable chests, the wooden ones, but they're my favourite ones to find. Because I just know, and the sound effects are great. I know I'm just going to get a really big,
I mean, I did like opening chests in the originals because it seemed like those chests were designed so only Kratos could open them. Like, they were heavy as hell.
There are heavy ones a bit like that. You don't have to tap 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 anymore, which is good. But yeah, look, I mean, I found a lot of these, and I really enjoyed it. And there's just a bit here. This really made me laugh, but it wasn't really an entry on its own. I couldn't get my axe out here. I was like, how am I going to get through all of this wood for a second? And he just punches
I like how
it.
it's telling the story of Kratos through all these little animations.
No, it genuinely is, yeah. And I had to put in, obviously the boss endings are going to be... I
think I know how this one goes.
But this one, I think it's been out there. It's in the B-roll that's been out, and in the gameplay it's been released. So I didn't want to spoil it. Obviously, imagine this, but with bigger enemies for 25 hours of a campaign. But yeah, this. I mean,
he does bad things to people's heads, doesn't he, Kratos?
Yeah, he's small but very, very mighty. This one is I have in my skills I've unlocked just a heavy axe. You hold down R2, heavy axe attack. And when you land it when they're nearly dead, that one didn't quite finish him off. But yeah, look, it's just absolute, and there's variations on it, which is what I really like. You can do it with slightly more powerful enemies, and then he's like, the axe gets stuck.
I saw some bone then as well.
This is my favourite though, is when you get it into just right, and I think it's that I really like people being cut in half. I think that's what I've discovered. But yeah, that's my
really
favourite one.
I've
got this is the last one.
Good.
Just a bit of slow motion. And
I love it.
My last thing, Rob, and I don't know if you know this at all, but the Leviathan Axe, you can throw it, there's ranged combat, and it's also used for puzzling, and then when you get it back, it's got a bit of a Mjolnir kind of vibe,
yes.
Thor, and I accidentally realised how cool that was. If you delay it, you know what I mean, in combat, you just want it to come back as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I think this is the actual part where I just was like, where is it? I don't know. And it just, when it comes from off screen, man, I just love it. It looks so cool. Bang! Where's my axe?
The way he opens up his hand ready for it, and it just appears.
And then you're on with your business. That's what you're doing. I'm really loving God of War, the new God of War. And I wanted a way to show everybody without really spoiling any of it. Hopefully this has done a bit of a trick. You looking forward to playing it, Rob?
Absolutely. I mean, I loved the original games on PS3.
Yeah.
Can't wait for this.
And PS2. Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I
forget it was PS2 originally.
And I hope basically what this has shown is that the character of Kratos is still the same, but he's been updated and put into this lovely new game. Look, if you've enjoyed this video and our other ones on God of War, let us know in the comments. Do like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe because we do have more coming up from the new God of War.